Hope you're doing well. Wanted to say hi. It's been a very, how can I say this? It's been a very strange week, very like a roller coaster of emotions is the best way I can describe it. Some of you may have heard that there was a big earthquake that hit Mexico a few days ago, and it hit in the central part of the country, central and south. I live in Monterrey, which is in Nuevo León, in the north, and it's an area of the country that is usually safe from earthquakes. It's very stable. But parts of the country, like Mexico City and Puebla and Morelos, were really, really hit. There's a lot of damage. I think in total, 44 buildings fell, and some of them had people still inside. And so right now, the country is still continuing to work to try to rescue as many people as possible that are still stuck inside buildings. And so it's been a weird thing to live for many reasons, and pardon me if this is just a rambling video, but I just kind of need to get my thoughts in order, because I have a lot of feelings and emotions and thoughts about all of this, and I haven't really talked through them, even just to myself. But natural disasters happen everywhere in the world and very often, but I can definitely say I learned that they don't feel as real unless they hit, home. And to say it hit home is true and not true, because I am here perfectly fine in a safe house with my usual life. The only thing that is different is I turn on the news and I see all this destruction and struggling, and people that have suffered, incredible amounts of loss, people that have lost everything, their entire homes. And so it's weird to see that, to know that it is happening in the country that I'm from, but to not see any of it in surrounding me. And at times it feels very frustrating that I can't do more. I have donated as much money as I have been able to. I have done 2 streams, and by the way, I have wanted to thank you for hanging out at those charity streams. I have the amount here. We raised $4,258. This is from donations, from subs, and from cheers from Twitch. And all of this money I am sending over to the Red Cross, the Topos Rescue Organization, and also for example, yesterday I went to a store that sells things in bulk, and I bought a ton of hygiene products like toilet paper and diapers and baby wipes and toothpaste, deodorant, and like anything like really super basic, because people don't even have that. And I took all of these items. It was like a mountain of things that I was able to get with part of the funds that we raised. And I took them this morning to a center where they're preparing a shipment to send over on a trailer, or on a, I don't know what they're called, remolque, like a hitch? No, when they, like a U-Haul kind of what are those things called? I don't know. But it's, they're going to send these things to the areas that need them most. And something that was so nice to see was that I went to several different pharmacies to buy, I wanted to buy like the ibuprofen, how do you say that? Like that Advils, Tylenols, that kind of pain medication, over the counter kind of stuff to send over, because from what I see in the news, that is something that they need, as well as, things for I cannot talk today, to avoid like infection, like alcohol and all those kinds of things that prevent infections, and to clean wounds, first aid kind of things, and syringes. And I went to several different pharmacies, and they are all wiped out because people have been buying things to send over. And when I saw that, I went to the first one and it was there, and I kind of thought, it might be empty, and it was empty. Then I went to the second one, same thing. I went to a third one, same thing. It's like, Mexico, yeah, that's how you do it. So that made me feel, it's like these whole waves of things, because on one hand it's devastating, and on the other hand you get to see these gestures of support the country supporting each other, and that are so moving. And also something that I find whenever I see on the news, even just thinking now, it makes my eyes tear up, is that support from other countries. There's Japan sent a group of people, Israel sent people from South America. There's people joining the rescue teams and trying to help in the US. It's just, it's very moving. And you know, I can't even imagine, because I say that I am moved and that I feel bad about this, and I am completely safe in an area not affected. I can't even imagine what the people there in those places feel. But anyway, thank you for helping at the streams, and thank you to all of you guys in different countries that you're showing support for Mexico. And the other thing is that with all the recent situations, with, for example, with sorry, with the Hurricane Harvey and Hurricane Irma, all the destruction and flooding in Houston and in Florida and in Puerto Rico and all of these areas, I had been hearing about these things, and I was like, oh, that is very sad. Oh no, it's very sad. And now that I am, like I said, kind of indirectly living through something like this in my own country, because I am perfectly fine, it just made me more aware of all that people are going through. And it's something that I have to, it's an emotion that I have to kind of keep in check, because I tend to get very caught up in those kinds of thoughts that why did this happen? Why do people have to suffer? Why, you know, all of these things. And then I can lose entire days only thinking about those things. And this is, perhaps this is too much information, but this is a topic that I've had a lot of help with going to therapy for the last few years, because it is something that I struggle with, that I get stuck in a cycle of yeah, I'm not somebody that maybe suffers from panic attacks. I suffer from despair attacks. And so it's kind of something that I have to make sure to keep things in perspective, because yes, there is no way to deny that this is happening, but there is also so much that I can do, you know? So anyway, that's why this whole week has been a roller coaster. And then whenever I see things on Twitter about rescue dogs, and they have their little shoes, and just it's just, holy cow. It's going to take a while for the country to recover, as I'm sure for also people in the areas affected by the recent hurricanes. And we just have to do what we can, right? I think. But yeah, why am I still? See, it's like up and down. So just thank you for being with me at the charity streams, for the money that we helped raise. I added my own money as well, and I will do the best I can to make sure that it's used the best way possible. And I think I will make another video once I am like on an uphill moment. Thank you so much for everything, you guys. I hope you're well. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.